So let's start current electricity. Current electricity already you have studied from your lower class physics, right? অনেকবার তোমরা current electricity resistance এগুলো পড়ে এসেছো। But there are few topics that we have to discuss in details. Otherwise, the most of the part is same, right? And most difficult part of current electricity is actually in the starting, right? That we will discuss today. That is the difficult and that you have not studied earlier. So, what is actually current? Let us try to understand that with the drift velocity. Till now we have studied that in electrostatics no electric field can lie inside a conductor, right? But that is only true in electrostatics as the charges were at rest. Now if there is a conductor, you can see that I have not uh, connected this conductor with any battery. Battery will always supply a constant potential difference across the conductor, right? You can see there is a conductor and the switch is off. Actually I have opened that switch, right? As I have opened that switch, so inside the conductor there are free electrons and the free electrons can actually move freely inside that conductor anywhere by taking energy from surrounding. It can be from the normal room temperature. They can take energy and they can roam around inside the conductor. But the movement of these electrons, you can see from the diagram that they are arbitrary and random. So if you try to calculate what is the current, current is defined as the charge crossing through any cross section per second. Then you can see that there will be no particular direction of flowing that charge. In any cross section you can see, if I draw this situation, this cross section you talk about, that this negative charge is crossing in that direction from left to right. Simultaneously this charge will also cross from right to left. So the total charge crossing per second from that cross section will always be 0, right? And there are definitely not 2 or 3 charges. Millions and millions of charges are there and they are flowing in the same random fashion, right? So you will not find any particular current inside that conductor. Now what will happen as soon as I close that switch? Close that switch means I have switched on this battery, and as soon as I switched on this voltage, you can see that now there is a constant voltage that I can apply through inside the conductor, right? As there is a constant potential difference, you can assume this to be roughly, you can assume this to be plates, right? Parallel plates. And in these parallel plates are having, this is positive charge, this is negative charge, right? And definitely there will be a constant electric field, right? This battery voltage, you can see that this voltage, the larger line is positive and the smaller one is a negative one. So now as I have applied some external electric field, here you can see I have applied some external electric field. Now the electrons will start moving in opposite direction to the electric field, right? By a very means basic law of electrostatics, that electrons will move opposite to the electric field. Now you can see that if you take any particular cross section, you will find that some electrons actually are moving from left to right in a particular direction. So in that way you can say that now there is a current that has established inside that conductor. But it is not that simple. You can look into inside this conductor, and if I look inside this conductor, then you will find this situation which is rather complicated, right? Here you can see that I have talked about this current. What is the direction of current? Always opposite to the direction of electron flow, right? That is a convention, you cannot change it, right? It is a convention, you cannot also ask the question why it is so. Because the electrons is moving in this direction, I have drawn current in that direction, right? But why I have said that this situation is not very simple and it is complicated, because of this one. If you look inside
So
that
current
conductor,
always towards the electric field হবে?
yes, yes, it is always opposite to the motion of electrons and towards the electric. Now look inside that conductor, there are also large amount of positive lattice structures. Positive lattice structures means they cannot actually move inside that conductor, they are fixed. They actually build the body of that conductor. So they are very closely spaced, as it is a conductor. You are talking about a metal, so these are very closely spaced, and electrons have now any particular electron, it has to travel opposite to the electric field, overcoming all these hindrances. And whenever it is this electron, suppose this is accelerating in this direction, because the electric field is in this direction, so I can say that electrons are accelerating in opposite directions, right? So in this direction, whenever the electrons are being accelerated, suppose its velocity is becoming from 0 to v, and after again it collides with that lattice, its velocity will become 0 or near to 0, because most of the energy of electrons are converted into the heat energy of this during this collision, right? Yes, I'm saying that when the electrons collide with these lattice structures, most of the kinetic energy of the electrons will be lost in the heat energy that we know as Joule's heating effect. So as the most of the energies are lost, then again electrons have to start nearly from zero velocity. But what happens that even if the electrons can start in any arbitrary random direction,
এর জন্য গেন করছে
yes, definitely it's accelerating due to the electric field. After collision, the theory says that after collision, electrons can move in any arbitrary direction. But even if the electrons can move in any arbitrary direction, finally, in which direction it will try to move? In the direction of acceleration?
Yes.
So again, you can see that as the electrons after collision, I have seen that the electrons have changed its direction, but its final displacement will be again along the direction of the acceleration, right? So again it will collide with that lattice and it will move in this direction. So actually electrons are not at all traveling in a straight path. Electrons are traveling in a very zigzag path, but you can say one thing, that in this zigzag path the ultimate drift of the electron is opposite to the electric field. Yes or no? Yes, right. And
স্যার
what
এখানে কি প্রায় পুরো কাইনেটিক এনার্জিটা হিট এনার্জি ট্রান্সফার
most of the kinetic energies, yes, that is why I have taken it is zero. Most of the kinetic energies are converted in. This depends on the collision, and the collision of the electron with this lattice structure in most of the metal in such a way that most of the energy is converted into heat, right? And one
স্যার এই
thing,
কাইনেটিক এনার্জিটা ওই
বলো, কাইনেটিক এনার্জি কিসের জন্য?
কাইনেটিক এনার্জি এক্সটার্নাল ইলেকট্রিক ফিল্ড ওটা সাপ্লাই দিচ্ছে কাইনেটিক এনার্জি
Yes, yes, yes.
বলতে পারি তাহলে মাল্টিপল টাইম ওর ভেলোসিটিটাও লস করছে আবার ওটাকে আবার
Gain করছে, yes. But after a certain time, if you talk about say 1 second of time, you will see that the electron has drifted. Electron has changed its position, and the drift is in a particular direction, right? In which direction?
ফার্স্ট কলিশনটা হলো
Yes.
তারপরে যদি ওর ভেলোসিটিটা নিয়ারলি জিরো হয়ে যায় তাহলে সেকেন্ড কলিশনের পর তো এগোতেই পারবে না
কেন? সেকেন্ড কলিশন হওয়ার আগে তো আবার ভেলোসিটি গেইন করেছে।
তার মানে আবার হিট করে আবার ভেলোসিটি গেইন করবে
Yes, electrons will definitely gain velocity because there is always a constant acceleration,
ওকে স্যার
right? So you can actually say that the average velocity of the electron is along opposite to the electric field. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. And what is the magnitude of this average velocity? Although electrons are accelerating and the mass of the electron is very negligible, so acceleration is huge, but because of these random collisions, the velocity of the electrons you will find to be very small, right? It is near about 10 power minus 4 to 5 centimeter per second, right? So with that very small velocity, the electrons are actually drifting opposite to the electric field. But as the electrons, yes,
Sir, finally we can't find the value of velocity or the direction of it.
Finally means where? When?
When
At any instant, instantaneous you cannot find. I'm not saying about any instantaneous thing. I'm talking about any average thing.
স্যার আপনি এখনই বললেন কি ইলেকট্রনস গুলো খুব স্লোলি মুভ করছে
Hmm.
আপনি কত 10⁻⁴ সেন্টিমিটার পার সেকেন্ড
Ha ha ha.
ইলেকট্রিসিটি স্পিড তো খুব বেশি
No, that is a misconception. That suppose yes, that is a simple question. That if I switch on some bulb, suppose the switch is at 1 meter or 2 meter distance from that bulb,
ইনস্ট্যান্টেনিয়াসলি ইট গ্লোস
but instantaneously it glows. Why? Can anyone explain me that?
Sir, the field goes. The field
ইলেকট্রনটা যায় না ফিল্ড
that
প্রোভাইড
It's not about field. Field. I'm not,
continuous motion
yes. I'm not going to explain this with field. I'm again going to explain this with the motion of the electrons. Look, I am.
মাঝখানে ইলেকট্রনগুলো
Look, I am not bothered about that electron. Suppose I have switched on here, applied electric field here, so electric field will instantly be everywhere, right? That is true, that electric field will be everywhere instantly. So that electron, suppose there is a switch, right? There is a switch and there is an electron. It is not mandatory that that electron will come here and again it and then the bulb will glow. There is also some electrons near to that bulb. So as soon as you switch on that or close that switch, the electric field here also will applicable, and in that case at this point the electrons will also travel opposite to the electric field.
স্যার কিন্তু যদি পাওয়ারটা ওর বাল্বটার বেশি হয় তাহলে দ্যাট ইলেকট্রনস উইল নট সাফাইস ফর গ্লোয়িং দ্যাট
No, that electron is definitely sufficient to glow that bulb, because the resistance in the bulb is so large that resistance, what do I mean by resistance? The hindrance, right? The hindrances are so large that within a very small time the electrons will collide so many times that it will produce sufficient heat to glow that bulb, right? So it is not that that electron has to travel from here to glow that bulb, in order to glow that bulb. No, the electrons that are present inside that bulb material is sufficient to glow that, right? So that is why it instantly glows. All right, so this,
you can say that the electrons are vibrating and then the energy that
no,
is
electrons are not vibrating. That is a wrong concept. In vibration, electrons will move to and fro motion. Are they moving to and fro motion? No.
no.
Electrons are moving in a cyclic path. So electrons will gradually drift from here to here and then again they will end up to the battery, right? Electrons will start here, move means very slowly, they will drift and they will end up to the battery, and battery will again supply one electron for that. So that is the cycle that will go on. All right.
But the connecting wires that we are using can have hindrance.
Yes, definitely. That is why the connecting wires also get heated. But if you use good quality material like copper or aluminium, then what happens? Actually, their resistances are less. That means the hindrances are less, so that they actually are not getting heated so much than that of the bulb.
স্যার রেজিস্ট্যান্সটা লেস মানে কি পজিটিভ চার্জগুলো দূরে দূরে
You can say that hindrances are less. Yes. All right. So this was a basic understanding of the drift velocity. Now let us try to understand few equations. It says current is defined as the charge cross per second through any cross section. Mathematically it is I equal to dq by dt. Yes. At room temperature, a metal conductor have free electrons that roam around in any arbitrary direction, making current zero. But when we apply external field by a battery, electrons start moving opposite to the electric field. But during the journey, electrons constantly encounter with lattice spaces. In these collisions, lose most of their kinetic energy, which is converted into heat. In this process, the speed of the electrons decreases, but they drift in a particular direction, opposite to electric field. The direction is definitely opposite to the electric field. with a very small average velocity. This velocity is known as drift velocity. Right? Now we will talk about the equations with current and drift velocity. Suppose the drift velocity is Vd, right? We have taken here is Vd.
Sir, we
So
can actually calculate VD.
we can calculate Vd, yes, we can calculate Vd from the expression of current, right? So we will talk about what is the relation between current and Vd. Let us try to find out this expression first. For that, we can we say that Vd is proportional to electric field? Yes or no? Yes, for obvious reason, as you increase electric field, the drift will also increase. So the constant of proportionality here is known as the mobility of electrons in the metal. Right? Mu is the mobility of electrons. That is a constant that depends on again the structure of the metal. Which metal you are using? Right? You are using copper or aluminium or steel. Which metal you are using? So for yes. So that depends on the property of the material. Mobility, yes, যার drift velocity বেশি definitely তার mobility of electrons বেশি হবে।
স্যার এই মিউটা কি রেজিস্টিভিটি দিয়ে কিছুভাবে
related আমরা সব দেখি related. Okay, next go to the next slide. Current density and resistance. Let us talk about now current and current density, and then we will talk about resistance. So this is a metal conductor we have seen, and in this metal conductor, absolutely, let us try to calculate the current, right? So how do I calculate the current? As I have seen that current is nothing but the charge crossing per unit area per charge crossing any surface area per unit second. So let us assume that this yellow color shaded portion I have taken as a cross section area, right? So now I have to calculate that how many electrons or how much charge actually will cross that electron in 1 second of time. Can I say that is the current? In 1 second, how much charge has crossed it, that is the current. So in 1 second, if I say that these are electrons are everywhere, right? Everywhere the electrons are present, and they are moving in a particular direction with drift velocity. Now I will only talk about drift velocities, right? So in 1 second, the electrons that yes, drift velocity same, because mu is constant and E is also constant everywhere in the metal. So if mu E is constant everywhere, then you can say drift velocity is same. All right. So now you can see that in 1 second, if I take this distance Vd, can you say that the electrons which are present now here, they will be able to just cross this surface after 1 second?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that only I have drawn here. That now suppose I have taken another surface here which is at a distance Vd from that yellow colored surface, and all the electrons that are actually present in between them, right, in between these two surfaces, they will be able to cross that yellow colored surface by 1 second of time. So what is the current? I can now say that what is the current? Look, this expression of current, I can say it is NE Vd into A. Why I have written this? What is N here? You can see NE, I have taken the number of free electrons per unit volume. So what is the total volume of this surface? This volume is that A into Vd, the volume of this one? Yes. So A into Vd is the volume, and if capital N is the number of free electrons per unit volume, that also depends on the property of the metal conductor or whatever is the material of the conductor. So N into AVD is the total number of electrons that can actually cross that yellow color surface in 1 second. And if I multiply it with the electronic charge, then I can say that this is the charge per second crossing that surface area. Yes or no? So from there I can find this expression, which is also useful in a few exam purpose, because sometimes JEE mains they ask the direct question from this expression, right? 2 or 3 times you will find questions directly from this expression. I is equal to N into E into VD into A, where N is the number of free electrons per unit volume. Now, I cannot say current is a vector quantity, right? But I can assign one vector quantity, which is nothing but I by A. That is also known as current density. What is current density? Current density is current per unit area. So if I divide this current by area, you will find the expression NE into VD, and I have replaced VD by mu into E, right? So you can now understand this expression, that I by A, which is J is equal to N into E into mu into E, right? Now you can understand that I can find current if J is given. How do I find current if J is given? It is a simple integral of J dot ds, right? Why I have taken J dot ds? Because sometimes you will find that the cross section area is not perpendicular to the current. So if you take that, suppose this is the conductor and current is flowing in this direction, but the cross section area you are talking about is this one, right? So what is the area vector? This is the area vector, ds vector, you can say, right? And this is the J vector, right? So now
ds ভেক্টরটা কোন দিকে আছে মানে
ds vector
কোন
is
side?
perpendicular. It will be always, I will assume to be the acute angle, right? You can assume to be the obtuse or acute. I will assume always the acute angle. So J dot ds if you do, then you will find what is the current, right? So this will be my ds vector and this is J vector, this theta is given. Then I is equal to integral of J dot ds. Also you can remember this expression. It is very easy to understand that I by A is equal to J. So I will be J into A, but not always J and A are in the same direction. Not always J and A are on the same direction. If they are in different angles, I can use that J dot ds
Sir?
vector. Yes.
এই কারেন্ট ডেনসিটি কি করে ভেক্টর হচ্ছে? Not so same.
I will give this as your homework. Okay, you try to solve this. You try to prove this actually, not solve, that J is a
Sir,
vector. J is a vector.